Today, we're going to talk about Coach Thor's biggest obstacle on her journey to becoming a Hall of Famer. So stay tuned till the end to hear how she overcame it. Okay, so what was your biggest obstacle growing up and going into college?
Definitely the biggest obstacle I have was not getting a ton of opportunities. I was a very small kid. Going into high school, I was still under 100 pounds and not even 5 feet tall. So super tiny. uh, and I started playing travel ball in 7th grade. Like things were really different back then. So like starting in 7th grade was actually pretty early. Like I remember my first year, I pitched 2 innings the entire spring and summer season. My coaches told me I was too small. I didn't throw hard enough. I heard that again the next year. The following year, same thing. I didn't throw hard enough. Just didn't really have the stuff. That year, my pitching coach told me, direct quote, "I stunk worse than skunk poop." And then when he asked where I wanted to go to school, I said I wanted to go to Stanford. And he said, "Well, you might be lucky if 2 to 3 D2 schools looked at you." And then throughout high school, the whole recruiting process, um, I was told, I didn't throw hard enough, or I'm not from California, so they're not interested, or I was playing on the wrong travel team. You don't look right, right? Like I just heard all these things about why I wasn't a candidate for a lot of these programs. And obviously, Cal gave me a shot, and they took a chance on me, this little nobody from Seattle, where nobody came from at that point in time. And but it didn't stop there. Like even in college, I heard like a big organization that selects some players for a particular team. Like, well, they told my coach that they had to look at the whole package. I'm like, okay, so they don't like how I look because I have black hair and piercings and tattoos. Like, whatever. And then, I was still told in the pro league, I didn't throw hard enough. I had a tryout, and part of the reason I didn't make it is I didn't go to the right school. I was too short. I mean, all these things. And so it was just like my entire career, I was always told why I wasn't going to make it and why I couldn't make it. So that was definitely the biggest obstacle for me to overcome.
Yeah. So you had all these obstacles, all these doubters. What did you do to overcome this?
I mean, obviously you have to work hard. Like nobody gets to that level without working hard and really outworking anybody else. And I preach that all the time. But the one thing that I did that really anybody could do is use all of those naysayers as fuel for your fire. Like those ended up being the best coaches for me. That was my motivation to work even harder and work smarter and just keep looking at the competition and figure out how else I can beat them. And I know a lot of girls out there, they have coaches who don't play them, or they're telling them, you're not hitting your spots well enough, or you don't throw hard enough. Like, great, use it. Go prove them wrong. Like, please. Just because somebody says you can't do something, that's not a door that closes. That could be opening several other doors for you if you can look at it the right way. So that's where I got to where I got, is because they all told me I couldn't. So my advice, no matter who you are, people are going to tell you things you can't do. And it doesn't matter if you're undersized or maybe not the most talented, or you don't throw as hard as other people. Find your niche, find what works best for you. Use all those naysayers as motivation to make your way to where you want to go anyway, because everybody has the power to do that.
And we're not meant to be put into this mold of like perfect pitcher, perfect hitter.
Oh, whatever. 100%.
Softball is one of the only sports where you can look completely different and have completely different talents and still succeed. So,
yep.
Pretty sick.
Pretty special.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Coach Thor, for opening up about your biggest obstacle,
And stay tuned for next time when we find out what Nicole's biggest obstacle was.
Mm-hmm. Bye.